Buenas tardes, clase. Today we're going to cover ser versus estar. So these are both verbs, and you probably have not even realized that we've been using both of them, but they mean different things, even though technically they mean the same thing. So we're going to explain that today and get some practice on that. Alright, first of all, I guess we should probably explain what they both mean. Okay, so both of these mean to be. To be. Okay, we have ser and estar. Both mean to be. So you've probably been using these without even realizing that they both mean to be. So I'm going to show you the chart of the different conjugations, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here's our chart for each of them. Okay, it's yo soy. So like soy de Indiana. I am from Indiana. Soy. Tú eres. Él es. Nosotros somos. Vosotros sois. And ustedes son. Although remember that we're not going to be using the vosotros, so you don't really need to remember that. Okay? So it's yo soy, tú eres, él es, nosotros somos, ellos or ustedes son. Okay? Now let's go ahead and cover estar, which again should be review. Yo estoy, tú estás, él está, nosotros estamos, vosotros estáis, and ellos están. Okay? But we're not going to be using this one, so you don't really need to remember that. So you've probably heard that one like, estoy bien, right? I am good. So what's the difference between soy de Indiana, I am from Indiana, and estoy bien, I am good? Because in English we use I am for both of them. That's what we're going to be going over today. Alright, so I've brought in this chart that I got offline, which are the differences of when you could use estar. As you can see for, ser and estar. As you can see for ser, we have an acronym here that spells doctor. Okay, so if it's a date, you would use ser. If you're describing someone's occupation, if you're describing their characteristics, if you're saying what time it is, the origin of something, or the relation. All right, and then for estar, we have the acronym place. So if you're saying the position of something, the location of something, an action, a condition, or an emotion. Honestly, if this helps you, you can work off of this. I think it's easier and simpler to remember just a few things rather than a lot. So I'm going to teach you a shorter way of remembering this. If you want to remember the doctor and the place, you can do that. But I'm going to teach you a little bit of a shorter way. Alright, so here is our shorter way of remembering the two different to be verbs, which are ser and estar. Okay, so first of all with ser, we would use this for who you are. Who you are. Okay, so like I am a student. Okay, like soy un estudiante. I am a student. Okay, the other way that you're going to use ser is where you're from. Where you're from, which you've already done as well. So, soy de Indiana. Sorry for the terrible handwriting. Alright, and then for estar, We're going to use this for a location. Okay. So like estoy en clase. I am in class. This is a CL here. Clase. Sorry. The other one that you're going to use estar is feelings. Okay, which you already know as well. Estoy bien. Alright, so for ser, you would use ser for who you are and where you're from, and you would use estar for locations and feelings. I've heard one Spanish teacher say it like this before for kind of a catchphrase. Twinkle, twinkle, use a star. Twinkle, twinkle, use a star. How you feel and where you are. Okay? That's just a little catchphrase. Twinkle, twinkle, use a star. How you feel and where you are. Or you can just remember ser is who you are, where you're from, and estar is location and feeling. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of examples. Alright, what would I use if I have blank and then I say una maestra? Oops, didn't mean to do that. Maestra. Okay, so I have blank una maestra. Well, that means I am a teacher, right? If I'm trying to say I am here. So would that be ser or estar? Well, it's going to be ser because it is who I am, okay? And that was under our chart. So because it's here I am, I use ser, so I will put soy because that's the correct conjugation of ser for this example. Alright, what about if I had blank and then bien, and I was trying to say he is good. He is good. Well, that is a feeling. So which one did you use for feelings? Yep. Use estar for feelings. So I would enter in then está. Okay, because that's the correct conjugation form for he is está. Are you catching the hang of it? So we're going to go ahead and do a couple now for examples on the video that you're going to have to answer on Edpuzzle. Alright, first of all, here's this one. If I wanted to say she is from China, I would say ella blank de China. Okay, so I am looking for the answer that goes right here. She is from China. Would I use ser or estar? And then what conjugation would I use? And when I say conjugation, remember I'm talking about that chart here. The chart. Okay, so for estar, it would be estoy, estás, está, estamos, and están. And for ser, it would be soy, eres, es, somos, and son. Okay, so I need you to answer what word goes right here. She is from China. Here's a new one then. How would you translate this sentence? They are friends. They are friends. What would be ellos blank and then amigos? Alright, so you need to think about what word goes right there based on what you know. Is this ser or is it a star? And then what conjugation do you use with that? Okay, you need to know that. Alright, and then the last thing that we're going to go over today is just a few places, the words you need to know for these places. Okay, these are just a little add-on. 3 vocab words to add. First I have la comunidad. La comunidad, which is community. La comunidad is community. Secondly, I have el mundo, which is the world. And lastly, I have el país, which is country. Again, so I have la comunidad, el mundo, and el país. Alright guys, it's the end of the lesson. So I'm going to bid you farewell and wish you a happy rest of your evening. Hasta luego. Nos vemos.